Okay, so I'm working on this VW TDI swap in this Forerunner, and today we're trying to finish up mocking up the intercooler piping, and I think I got everything where I can live with it. It won't win any awards, of course, but I believe it'll work just fine. So we've got our intercooler mounted, and of course this bracket over here is going to be trimmed up. It's actually probably going to be a spot at the bottom where the radiator bracket will weld to it, and then we'll trim off everything we don't need. You always start big and then trim back when you're doing brackets. Probably catch some grief from some people about having the intercooler between the AC condenser, and then the radiator is going to drop right in here, and I'll show you that as we get it in place. It's actually going to fit really well. I don't think this will be a problem. I think we'll be fine. This engine is stock. Don't know that the customer's ever going to upgrade turbo or anything, and I still think he'd be okay doing that. I believe we got more than enough intercooler, and as long as he didn't get crazy, we should be fine. But you also have to know your customer, and I know for a fact this vehicle belongs to this customer's wife, and it's going to be one of her dailies. She's owned this thing for 30 plus years and loves it, and she will not give me a call and say, hey, my air inlet temps are a little high, or my boost is not, it's 2 pounds lower than it should be. But she will call me if her air conditioning doesn't work correctly. So we really wanted to put the largest evaporator in here, or condenser, that we could put in. We also retained the factory Toyota fan, the auxiliary fan for the AC, and then we'll also have an electric cooling fan for the radiator. And as you can see, there's no room in these between the grill and everything to put an intercooler, and we didn't want to hang one down low because it would show. And again, this is one of her dailies, so I think this is the best choice, and I believe it'll be just fine. Again, not making 50 pounds of boost or anything crazy. Fairly pleased with the way all the lines worked out. I did use this smaller line at the bottom is actually the factory TDI from the turbo to the intercooler pipe, and where that rubber coupler is slipped on it, that's actually a metal coupler made onto the end of that pipe, and it's got barbs on it. So when I put a clamp around that, I don't see any reason that it won't hold the amount of boost that this thing produces. And if you ever did need that hose, you can go buy it. It's a factory hose. So I think everything will be fine. Of course, I don't have the clamps on everything yet. And this piece up here, we did the EGR delete, had to make all of that. That's just made out of some steel tubing that's welded up. And that'll also give us a spot if we need to put a boost gauge in it. We can weld that in. And I've been doing some reading, and I guess we're going to have to put a mass airflow sensor or a MAP sensor, I forget which one, and it may get welded into that pipe as well. So anyway, and the customer this is for, he's a very good fabricator, really good TIG welder, does a lot of race car stuff, and we kind of talked about what level he wanted this done to, and he basically was like, get this thing running. He said, if there's anything cosmetically I want to change, or redo some piping or whatever, he said I can do that later, which is fine with me, because again, I don't have that skill set that he does. So I think this will work just fine. So anyway, next step is to get the radiator mounted and start working on the coolant lines, and I'll video that as we go. Okay, we've got the radiator mounted. Of course, all the detail work as far as cleaning up the mounts, painting them, and making the shroud and all that. We still got to do that, but basically got them mounted, got those tied into the core support, and then down low the radiator has 2 little knobs on it that drop into some plate that's welded to the frame on each side. Real easy mount, and we've got radiator hose figured out. And this hose right here, we'll make a bracket that bolts to this with a little cradle that'll support this hose, keep it off the serpentine, and also give it a little rigidity. And bottom hose goes out, goes down, and again, we'll do a support for that somewhere, although it's pretty solid. It goes down, and then it has a 90-degree, one of these guys right here. It's just a piece of polished aluminum coupler. Get that stuff off eBay. And that hose goes to a 90 and curves under the motor mount. And then we have another molded hose with just a little bit of bend to it. And it comes down, you can see where it ties in the lower hose, and it drops below the AC compressor. And I think we'll be able to miss the hose with our AC lines and everything. So anyway, this bracket right here is going to be trimmed off quite a bit. Because we got the mounts done for the intercooler. All that piping is roughed in. Of course, I don't have clamps on everything yet, it doesn't matter. We're getting ready, at this point, we're now ready to pull the engine back out and clean up everything in the firewall and finish up welding where some things are just tacked. And I think I know what I'm gonna do as far as heater hoses and so forth. I do wanna modify one of the back heater hose tubes on the engine when we take it out, and those are all going to tie in. We are going to use a coolant bottle. It's going to be somewhere in this area, but I think I'm going to wait and see where we end up putting the computer before I mount it. But it's going to pipe in. You got one line that pipes into the back of the head, and the other one goes to a nipple. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, there's a nipple right in that area, down in there somewhere, that ties into. So anyway, probably gonna go ahead and finish up this video for now, and then we'll continue on as we get the engine out. Maybe we can show some more details of things, you know, as we fabricate it. And of course, we'll do an aluminum cover that'll screw between the core support and the radiator and turn and go down, block some of the air on the sides. And I think this setup's gonna work just fine. Anyway, thanks for watching.